There is a strange paradox at the heart of modern life. Every generation before us dreamed of a future where life would become easier. They imagined machines that would do the hard labor, technologies that would eliminate inconvenience, and systems that would free human beings from struggle. And in many ways, that future arrived. You can summon food without leaving your chair. You can speak to someone on the other side of the planet instantly. You can travel hundreds of kilometers in a few hours. You carry more information in your pocket than entire libraries once contained. And yet, despite living in the most convenient civilization in human history, something feels wrong. People are more connected than ever and often feel more isolated. They have more entertainment than any generation before them and often feel more bored. They have more comfort, more convenience, more labor-saving devices, and yet many report feeling exhausted, anxious, and dissatisfied. This raises an uncomfortable question. What if convenience is not simply a gift? What if it comes with a hidden cost? To understand that cost, you have to start long before smartphones, long before cars, long before civilization itself. For almost all of human history, life was difficult. Human beings evolved in a world that demanded constant effort. Food had to be hunted, water had to be carried, shelter had to be built. Survival required movement, problem-solving, patience, cooperation, and resilience. Every day presented challenges, and every challenge shaped the human mind and body. This is important because evolution does not care about comfort. Evolution cares about adaptation. The human brain, the human body, and even human emotions were designed by millions of years of responding to obstacles. We became what we are because the world demanded something from us. Effort was not an unfortunate side effect of life. Effort was life. Then something extraordinary happened. Human beings began solving problems. Agriculture reduced the uncertainty of food. Cities reduced the dangers of isolation. Technology reduced physical labor. Medicine reduced disease. Every generation inherited solutions that previous generations could only dream about, and every one of those solutions worked. That is why they spread. But there is a pattern that appears whenever a problem is solved. The solution removes friction, and friction, although often unpleasant, serves a purpose. Consider what happens when a person begins lifting weights. The resistance feels like the problem. The muscles ache. The exercise is difficult. But the resistance is also the thing creating growth. Remove the resistance entirely, and the growth disappears with it. The same principle applies far beyond the gym. Human capabilities are often built through challenges. Patience develops through waiting. Discipline develops through effort. Social skills develop through interaction. Resilience develops through adversity. When the challenge disappears, the capability often begins to disappear as well. And this is where convenience becomes interesting, because convenience is, by definition, the removal of friction. The car removes the effort of walking. Food delivery removes the effort of cooking. Streaming removes the effort of searching. GPS removes the effort of navigation. Algorithms remove the effort of decision-making. Every convenience solves a real problem, but every convenience also removes a small opportunity for growth. At first, the trade seems wonderful. The gains are obvious. The losses are invisible. Nobody notices the skill they never developed. Nobody notices the resilience they never needed. Nobody notices the capacity slowly fading from disuse. And so, convenience continues expanding, year after year, decade after decade, until something strange begins to happen. The systems designed to serve us become systems we depend upon. Imagine losing electricity for a month. Imagine losing internet access. Imagine losing GPS. Imagine losing digital payment systems. Most people would suddenly discover how many basic functions of daily life have been outsourced to technologies they barely understand. This is the hidden trade at the center of convenience. Every tool that makes us more capable can also make us more dependent. The calculator improves our ability to solve complex problems. But over time, many people lose the ability to perform simple arithmetic mentally. The smartphone gives instant access to information. But many people struggle to remember information because they know it is always available elsewhere. The technology becomes stronger. The individual becomes weaker. Not always, not completely, but often enough to matter. And this pattern extends beyond physical abilities. It reaches into the human mind itself. For most of history, boredom was unavoidable. Waiting was unavoidable. Silence was unavoidable. Today, every moment of discomfort can be filled instantly. A notification, a video, a song, a message, a scroll through endless content. The result is that many people rarely experience uninterrupted thought. The slightest hint of boredom is immediately eliminated. But boredom once served a purpose. It pushed people toward reflection, toward creativity, toward problem solving, toward self-examination. By removing boredom entirely, we may also be removing some of the conditions that produce deeper thinking. The same thing happens socially. For thousands of years, human beings depended on communities. Relationships required effort. Friendships required maintenance. Conversations required attention. Today, connection is easier than ever, and yet loneliness has become one of the defining experiences of modern life. Because convenience can create a substitute for something without fully replacing it. A message is not a conversation. A follower is not a friend. A recommendation algorithm is not a community. The appearance remains, the substance quietly erodes. And perhaps this is the deepest lesson. Convenience is not evil. It is one of humanity's greatest achievements. Few people would willingly return to a world without medicine, transportation, or modern technology. That is not the point. The point is that every solution carries consequences. Every tool changes the person using it. Every convenience reshapes the habits, abilities, and expectations of the society that adopts it. The danger comes when we assume the benefits are the only thing being transferred. Because something is always exchanged, the friction disappears. But sometimes the strength built by that friction disappears too. And so the question is not whether convenience is good or bad. The question is whether we still understand the price. Because history suggests that human beings are remarkably good at noticing what they gain, and remarkably bad at noticing what they give up. The future will almost certainly become more convenient than the present. Artificial intelligence will automate decisions. Machines will perform more tasks. Life will become easier in ways that are difficult to imagine. The real challenge will not be creating those conveniences. The real challenge will be remembering which struggles were actually worth keeping, because the things that make life comfortable are not always the things that make life meaningful, and the things that make life easier are not always the things that make us stronger.